Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin with today's challenge. So, the topic that I want to discuss with all of you today is about love, love and affection. Let's keep it that way. Now, I'm going to ask you all a question, and I want you to respond to that question immediately by pausing the video. Now, my question is, can you imagine a world without love? Just imagine a life that is lived without love. Would it be a happy life? Obviously, I'm sure your answer is no. So, according to me, the center of our life is about love and affection. According to me, we do anything and everything based on whether we love that activity or not. Now tell me, why do you do dot mandala? Because you hate dot mandala or you love dot mandala? I'm sure the answer is about love. For someone who is into sports, they love sports. For someone who is into an expert chef who is into cooking, they love cooking. So, according to me, the center of our life, the center of every single activity that we do is all based on love and only that. According to me, there are a lot of course, there are a lot of people who wants to make money, or everybody wants to make money. However, for making money, if you can do what you really love to do, that's a blessing. I am doing what I love to do, not everybody. I came to this kind of a thought because most of the people who learn dot mandala from me, either through live class or pre recorded, whatever it is, they say that I'm working for a corporate, I'm earning handful amount of salary, but I'm not happy. And to me, they say I would want to do what I love to do, and that's why I want to learn this art. Anything that is related to colors is what I love to do. And this dot mandala seems very interesting, so let me learn. So, again, even when it comes to making money, even if people are making a lot of money, if they are not doing what they love to do, they are still unhappy. So, the point that I'm trying to make here is everything that you do, everything that you have will make you happy only if it is centered around what you really love. Otherwise, it's not going to make you happy. What do you think about this? Do let me know in the comments. I actually wanted to study psychology, but no, I was little indecisive, I should say. So I was forced to study bank management. I never worked for a bank because I didn't love working for a bank. Um, but yes, I did my post graduation in computer applications. That's Master in Computer Applications is my PG. I did. And at that point of time, yes, I loved computers. So I did join IT companies and did work for some big corporates. And in corporates also, there were, I learned PeopleSoft, and I did not get into coding. I did not get into programming side of it. Many of my colleagues did get into programming side, and they were asking me also to get into. No, but I loved teaching. I loved doing training. So I got into training side of PeopleSoft. That's how I worked in corporates. And there I really loved that job because I was doing what I loved doing. And After my kids were born, that was little taxing in terms of time, so I wanted to shift. So I changed my, um, how do I say, let's say department, okay? I changed to e-learning. That is where I learned many aspects of curriculum design, content creation, instructional design, and all that. And it came to my personal liking of teaching again. That's a different mode of teaching, obviously, e-learning modules, but I loved it. And when there was a situation where I didn't have anyone to take care of children, and that's when I understood I loved my family more than anything else in this world. So I had quit corporate and started taking care of my children. It was my own decision to quit corporate, and I don't regret that decision. So the point here is, I always did what I loved doing, and when you do what you love doing, the amount of energy, passion, and the amount of perfection that you try to bring into the work, it'll all be at a different level because you love doing it. And most importantly, there is another aspect of love that I wanted to discuss. When it comes to love between a male and a female who are willing to enter into marital relationship, remember, love with an opposite, with another person, will make you, how do I say, will hide all the weaknesses of the other person. So you need to be really careful when you choose your life partner. No, at that point of time, when you feel the love with the person, you won't see their weaknesses at all. But sometime later, you will start seeing, and when you start seeing, it will look like their weaknesses are blowing up, and that may end up in a disaster. So, love is definitely beautiful, but when it comes to a committed relationship, you need to be really careful. All these are absolutely my own opinion. You need not say, yes, you're right. This is just my opinion out of my own personal experiences. What is your opinion about love and affection? Do you think you can exist or the world can exist without love and affection? And according to me, every single thing that is being discovered or invented is all because of love. If there is more love that is beating in your heart, you tend to be more happier mentally, emotionally, and you tend to be more healthier physically. I have heard from people saying, what is the use in loving people genuinely? Rather, they break our hearts or they are not so loyal to us. So, what is the use in loving people genuinely? I said, whether you need to love people genuinely, yes, but you need to love right people genuinely. If you love wrong people genuinely, then yes, it's going to end up in hurt, heartbreaks, or any negative emotions for that matter. What happens is, when it comes to my work, let me share um, love for work and love for people with relation to my work. When it comes to dotting, I love dot painting, dot mandala, not dot painting. I love dot mandala making. Okay. So the love for my work, I mean, the love for the art, I should say, made me to start teaching. And of course, teaching is also the one that I really love doing. So, dot mandala, I love. Teaching, I love. People, I love too. So, what happens was, when people come to me for learning dot mandala, at whatever level they learn, we tend to become very good friends. What happens is, when you really love people, you will only be using some motivational, inspirational words towards them, right? And when you don't love people, you will use some negative words or discouraging words, isn't it? So, people who come to me for learning dot mandala, they just practice it for quite a while, and they compare their initial creations with mine, and then they say, I know, ma'am, mine is not so perfect. I know I have messed it up. I know it doesn't look good. I know it looks bad. You know what I say immediately? No, no, you need to change the words that you use towards whatever you create. So, according to me, whatever you create is the best creation in this world. Now, since you are comparing yours with an expert's creation, you're feeling bad. Why don't you compare yours with someone who had never dotted in their life but would like to dot? Trust me, instantly your emotions will shift. You will start loving your creations. So, I love this art. I love teaching. I love people. So, I don't allow my students to use any negative words towards themselves or towards their art. So, what happens is eventually they understand my love for the art and my love for people and my love for the work. And what happens is I receive a lot of love from them back in abundance, to the extent that all my students are staying together in one common group named ATM Mandala Masters. So we are always together. We share whatever that comes to our mind. Of course, we share even sometimes even the recipes that we cook at our home, and we share birthdays and anniversaries. We exchange a lot of wishes. Now, tell me, why do you think all these things happens? According to me, it's because of love. I also remember something, that love for God is very important, according to me. You know, how much ever emotionally strong you are, and how much ever you surround yourself with people who love you and care for you, there will be some times when you still feel low or lonely too. And at that point of time, if you have love for God, then that's going to save you from all negativities. This is absolutely my own personal experience. It, I know it need not be the same with others, but I'm just sharing my personal experience. You know, sometimes let me tell you what I do when I feel low or sad, or I feel anxious or fearful about something. What I do is I just sit, close my eyes, and visit the favorite temple with my eyes closed, sitting at my home. I visit the temple every single day. According to me, that is love for God. And this love for God had saved me many times. Not many times, I should say all the time, not just many times. To the extent that whenever I have something important to plan or decide, I go to temple, sit at the temple steps and plan. There are various aspects of love that I can keep talking about, and during COVID, when there was vaccine that was discovered or invented, whatever it is, when the vaccine was made available, I used to think this way. Okay, let's say someone or some company made the vaccine. Let it be an individual, let it be a company that made the vaccine, whomever it is. Why did they make the vaccine available? Whatever be the reason, the underlying reason is a love for something. Whether it is love for name and fame, whether it is love for making money, whether it is love for saving people's lives, it's all about love. So, according to me, anything that we have, anything that we do, it all revolves around one thing, and that's love. Now go ahead and share your opinion about love in the comment section of this video. Now this mandala for challenge is done. Now go ahead, recreate it, share it with me.